Hey, this is Ramblin' Rusty. I'm here. What's the name of this place, Bill?
Dynamic Aviation.
Dynamic Aviation. I went through some areas. I would love to have the phone out taking pictures of them working on things. But he says, in this building, I can take pictures, and he's going to tell a little bit what we see as we walk. All right, lead the way.
All right, this first airplane here is a Stearman, built in 1943. It was in Pensacola teaching our airmen how to fly before the Second World War, and it actually has a new engine on it. We put that on about a year and a half ago, an old wooden propeller, and she flies really nice. What's interesting about this too, Rusty, is you look here, when you put it together, they label everything for you so you know which pieces go where.
See, I can zoom right into that.
Yeah.
And then come out.
So everything has a part number, and everything matches the numbers, so you can put the airplane together.
Erector set, the old style erector set. That is great.
This is my boss.
Okay.
One of them. You start right up?
Sweetest to be. Amazing how nice you start when you actually run them from time to time.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It was throwing some planes.
Yeah.
Did he overdo it or?
No. We didn't use much primers we thought, but he had to stroke out so we had to push it in.
Oh, okay, yeah. We added a little bit.
That's all I'm here about.
This is a Beech 18. This was the first revenue-making airplane for Dynamic Aviation. It was actually, when it was built in 1956, it was a show plane for Beechcraft. And they used to, if you had any interest in buying one of these airplanes, they would fly this to you and let you look at it. So this one has almost every bell and whistle that you could ever put on a Beech 18. I spent 7 years rebuilding this airplane. So everything you see from the cockpit windows forward, I had off the airplane. Rebuild, has new landing gear, engines are good. It has what they call a aerospace company spar strap that goes up inside the wings, which is unusual because normally it's sticking out where you can see it. But this style was one that went up in, so I had to cut holes in the wings underneath and place everything up inside. We'll go around and look inside of it, and I'll show you the inside.
So you had a lot of blood, sweat, and I'm sure blood too. Every now and you'd hit a knuckle.
Yeah, it's all been reskinned. A lot of the airplane back here has been reskinned because it was used as a spray plane. And the dibrome that they used to spray for the gypsy moths, it's very corrosive on the aluminum.
Okay.
So my first 2 weeks working here, I was on my back using paint remover and taking the paint all off the bottom side of the airplane under the fuselage. And when I got done, the actual section of metal underneath there fell off. Because the paint was about the only thing holding on.
It
has a brand new flooring, and you can stick around the corner. And the cockpit up front has all been rebuilt.
Awesome.
Fun stuff. This airplane actually actually has the original dispenser in it. Here, this airplane also has a special rivet. In fact, it's in here. If you look, most rivets have a head and then they have a tail on the back side of it. These rivets don't have a tail. In fact, if you look on the other side, it's not in the same position. They're off and their head's on the bottom. You can tell an airplane if it's original by that, because those are heated, they have a little charge in them, and they blow up on the back side to keep it in place, because they don't want the tail sticking out the back. So this back wing is an original.
They don't make them like that anymore.
They don't. Yeah, I've had every single piece of that thing apart. We have some different stuff going on here. This is about the first Air Force One. If you want to document some of that, that's fine. These are pieces of art that are for sale to support our next gen program.
Right.
And then we have more on the Air Force One. Some pieces. The hat belonged to the man that flew this airplane from the desert to here, and Mr. Lockheed. And he left his hat in the airplane, and he said, we told him he left it, and he told us he would come back someday and get it when the airplane's ready. So this is more stuff from the family. The Stoltzfus family, who owns Dynamic, and then some of the representation of the airplanes that we do fly today, other than the Wright Brothers airplane down there.
So what's the idea of the tractor?
Tractor, that was Carl, our owner, or the one that started the company. That's his father's tractor. So he wanted to have it rebuilt, so he had it all rebuilt. This is Miss Barbara. It is an aid for the kids to get in, and it actually has sounds of an Allison engine starting and stopping, and the ailerons and elevator and rudder all work. Then we have Carl's father's airplane here. This is a 1928. It is a Curtiss Wright Travel Air. The Travel Air 4000, and his father used to do crop dusting with this airplane, which is kind of neat. And
it is.
He would come back, and we have pictures of tobacco leaves in the landing gear.
Because that's how low he was.
Well, that was his saying, is if you didn't come back with some of the field, then you didn't get low enough.
You weren't doing it right.
This here, really has no significance to the company.
But
it's just when he bought something, Carl bought something, this came with it. Now I want to show you something on the Travel Air that might get you a little excited here. Back in the late 20s, when they were building airplanes, they didn't have great hinges. So this is just a strap of metal that goes around the main bar, and that's all it is that holds to.
Well, it looked like something my son would do to jury rig to make it work.
You like that? So the whole, even the tail is done that way. But what is kind of neat is that it has a thumb screw in there to pitch it up and down for your trim. And that's exactly the same way that the little Cub up front has. So they did have some things that were the same.
Oh yeah.
We have a nice little meeting area here. I think CEO likes to bring people over and
Yep.
their talk. Now this is part of our next gen program.
Ooh,
So this is a wind tunnel.
There's your wind tunnel.
That I built, and I can demonstrate it if you'd like.
Sure, crank it up real quick. Let's.
Okay. We talk about airfoils and different shapes of airfoils. All right, and then I talk also about how the wind tunnel works. There's 8,600 straws in there to get what they call laminar airflow straight through.